y'all. Happy, happy, happy Joy Tuesday. Tuesday. What's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. I didn't do nothing too special today. It was another hot day where I live. Got in the pool today, hit my weights. Had my husband judging me on how low I was getting into my squats because he thinks he's the boss of me. And yeah, y'all, a leftover barbecue, just vegged out. Nothing too exciting, really, at all. I already need a sip of water. I want to do my story times first today, just because I feel like it. Sometimes I like to switch it up. So I'm just going to get right into it. Ain't too much I got to yap about today.
The older you get, the more you learn. It's probably best that you mind your own business. Like, it's probably best, like, the less you know about other people's stuff, other people's affairs, other people's relationships. Like, it's probably best that you mind your own business. Like, it's actually safer that way. There's more peace that way. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 highlight a principle. It says, make it your goal to live a quiet life, minding your own business. Do you always find yourself in trouble sometimes when you're being nosy? I mean, it doesn't mean we want to be ignorant, because the Bible says, see, God's people are destroyed by their lack of knowledge. So there's things that you ought to know. But when it's none of your business, it's a beautiful sign that you should probably just mind your own.
I love that he hit the scripture with it. Yes. Mind your business and drink your water. It's so much more peaceful. Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know what people got going on? Unless they're like really important to you, I say no. One of the stupidest plays. I get it's preseason and I get y'all want to try some things, but this is the stuff to me about football that just makes me aggy. Like, why are y'all doing that? Like, it was really dumb. And nobody even made a touchdown with all that mess.
Get set, go!
Why was the one dude, he was ready to really run really hard, and he's like, this dude ain't even running. I'm just trying to understand, is this authorized on lunch break? Y'all better be careful, because y'all know they be watching everything you do.
I'm food phobia, and today I'm going to be trying a pickle. I knew I would be trying a pickle today, and I've been distraught all day. I'm very nervous. I literally have the spins right now. This is like the worst food that I'm trying today for me. Yeah, I'm like mentally starting to black out right now.
You're gonna be great, dude.
My chaser.
It tastes so good.
Oh my god.
We're at a New York deli place.
So my New York friend.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so big. Oh, it's so big.
Here, let's just cut a piece off.
I'm just gonna let it go. Oh my god, the juices are like coming off the pickle onto my fingers.
I think maybe it's like a 3, 2, 1 thing. You can close your eyes, take a breath. Yeah, deep breath. 3, 2, 1, and you do it.
Oh, the smell.
Don't smell it.
Oh my god, it's so bad. This is like a joke.
Yeah.
This is a freaking joke. How big is it? Why is it so big?
how New York does it. When you take a deep breath in, you won't smell. And then you just go 3, 2, 1, and you just take it away. And you get
The smell is just even getting to me. Oh my god, the fact that I'm even holding this is an accomplishment.
You're good. That's great. Little wins.
Oh my god, who's beeping? We're shooting an Arthur video here. Hello. Alright.
3, 2, 1. Don't look at it. Don't even look at it. You're so close. Cut a little tiny piece. I'll cut like the tiniest piece. That's why I brought the knife.
Right. It's like even this.
I got the smell of it. The smell's getting to me. Yeah. Do you want me to give you another drink?
Oh.
That's too big of a piece.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Don't get the end of it. Yeah, I got like tiny sliver. There you go. Maybe a little bigger. Okay, that's perfect. Nope, that's a perfect size.
Alright.
You got it. You can spit it out immediately. You need to.
This dude drives me insane, but yet I watch him try stuff. Like, if he was in my restaurant, I'd slap him. Like, I'm ready to eat. Imagine being in a restaurant with that guy. I'd slap him. And I'd demand him be removed. Like, not you gagging. Like, and then you chase him with chocolate milk. Like, what is wrong with you? This is humanity right here. There are people starving, and then you got this guy. The comments were funny. Snooki said, give her the pickle. And somebody said, I have whatever the opposite of this. And Jimmy Johns was like, even Jimmy Johns, like, the dude is getting a lot of views. Somebody was like, chocolate milk is a pickle chaser is crazy. And that's enough to make you throw up right there. Someone says, as a therapist, I seriously love this series and the RFID awareness. You're doing a great job, King. He's not a king, though. Kings don't gag on everything. Like this man, a salad, just some of the basic things that he tries. That he's just, because he's so dramatic, he bugs me.
Okay, y'all, I'm about to give y'all this story time on how I finally gave this boy who been pursuing me like for years a chance. And before I go any further, if somebody been pursuing y'all for years, do not give them a chance, because I just feel like they're gonna try to do you the worst way. They want to do you dirty because they feel like you've been playing with them. Okay, but besides that, now I finally gave him a chance, which, okay, this boy, his name, we gonna call him Marcus. This is my sister, cousin, but me and my sister, we don't have the same father, so, you know, that's how they go. Now, 3 years ago on New Year's, I finally, you know, we seen each other after a long time, so I finally gave him a chance. Like, he came to my house, we had sex, so, okay, after he came to my house and we had sex, it's like, we was together, like, every day after that. Like, we just was together every day after that. Okay, so after we was together every day after that, like, it's just like, I mean, he had a baby mama and I have a baby daddy. Okay, it's just given that, you know, he was still kind of fuck with his baby mama and I was still kind of fuck with my baby daddy, which put everybody in a weird position. Okay, so, you know, he at my house every day, but I mean, this not my man. Like, I'm letting it be known. Like, you're not my man. Like, you and your baby mama, y'all still live together. I don't give a fuck that you at my house all the time, or whenever I want you here, you're here. But you're telling me that you and your baby mama not together, but y'all live together. Like, you know, a typical nigga. Okay, so I'm just letting it be known to him, like, shit, we're not together. Like, I'm not with my baby daddy, so, like, you know, and I'm showing you, like, I'm not with my baby daddy, I don't live with my baby daddy or none of that. So I'm still going out on dates and shit, but now he wants to be, like, even when I go out on dates, he want to be at my house, like, he want to be there when I come back from that date. He still want to be there at my house, like, he was that type of nigga, like, he just was on me dead, like, it was just, like, obsessed. Like, y'all don't hear a story, like, the man was so fucking obsessed with me, and it started to get scary. Okay, so, like, I used to go on dates, shit, leave him in my house. When I come back from my dates, I'm back in the house. Like, if you like it, I love it. So after a certain amount of time, I feel like he got tired of it. Like, he just telling me, like, basically, he need me to be out. He not sharing and shit like that. But you know me, I'm not shit. I'm doing me. Like, I'm not in a relationship. You're not just about to put me in a relationship. But because this shit, it just went all, like, it turned upside down. So, y'all, I just realized that, shit, he was being too territorial. Like, he was not playing. Like, I just feel like his tone got different. Like, he wanted to fight me. Like, he was breaking shit in my house. Like, he just turned so fucking angry. And then I'm like, okay, I don't want to deal with this no more. So, like, I just stopped, I'm just like, okay, maybe we should go home. Maybe we need our time apart. So he went home to his baby mama house where they both live. So he went home. I sent him home. But around this time, it was like Father's Day was coming up. Now, Mother's Day, he had gave me a gift and everything. We had went out and everything. So when Father's Day came, I called him over, to give him his gift because, it's only right. He got me something, took me out, type shit. And my kids was with their daddy. Now, my kids' father was he was planning on dropping them off that night, which he dropped them off. My kids' father dropped them off before Marcus came. But for some reason, like, my kids' father, like, he was looking around my house, like, he was just watching my house, trying to see who was coming in and out my house. Like, so once Marcus family got there, him and my baby daddy had seen each other. But Marcus never told me, when he got in the house, he never told me that he seen my baby daddy. Like, I don't know why he told me this, but he told me that he didn't know that was my baby daddy. And I'm just like, what the fuck, how you don't know that this my baby daddy? Like, you and my baby daddy have seen each other before, like, in the past. Okay, but that's what's happening. So now, my baby daddy texted me, like, if that nigga don't get out the house right now, it's gonna be the worst day of y'all life. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just so confused on what's going on. So I tell Marcus this because I need Marcus to be aware of what's happening as well. Like, I don't want to be animated about anything. I need him to know what's going on. So I tell him, like, this is my baby daddy texting me and shit like that. Now, Marcus, like, he don't give a fuck. Like, he not, he not thinking nothing of it because I'm also not thinking nothing of it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not thinking, like, shit, I'm like, how this gonna be the worst day of my life? You can't get into my house. You know we're not together. You know about Marcus. Like, you know that this is supposed to be somebody I'm dealing with. Like, why are you upset? Okay, so me and Marcus, we haven't seen each other in a week. So, we just catching up. We talking, like, we not thinking nothing of anything. So me and Marcus, we end up falling in bed. Then we end up falling asleep. Y'all tell me, like, at 3 in the morning, we hear a big ass boom. We woke everybody in my house. We woke me and Marcus completely up, like, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I get up to go to the window to see what was the big boom. Y'all tell me why my baby daddy burnt up Marcus' heart. Come back for part 2. Okay, yeah, I'm at.
No, I won't be coming back for part 2. And you're the problem. First of all, I think the pickle man got me riled up because he annoyed me, and now she's annoying me. And I even try to fast forward for her to say that she was messing around with a dude and still with her baby daddy, and he had his baby mama, but yeah, you was going on dates and leaving them at your house. First of all, real dudes would never want to share. Men are not, they don't share. I don't know if you've never been around a man as a kid. They don't like sharing. Women are we're raised to share and be loving and forgiving. Men are not. They're territorial. There's no planet where men are letting you do what you want unless he really can't stand you. And then he's just going to really crash out on you. So the title of her thing is Story Time on How a Boy I Finally Gave a Chance Tried to Unalive Me. Duh! I'm not coming back for part 2. Her baby daddy blew up the boy's car. Okay, that should already tell y'all why her story ended up where it is. The pickle man got me riled up. Now she did. I don't know who's next. Let's go.
Hey, so for the next 30 days, I'm not turning down no dates, which means that even if somebody invite me to their house or I don't agree with the date that they set up or I don't like them, I'm still going and I'm just going to rob them. So I want to teach y'all for the next 30 days how to find love or to find funds to fund the things that you love. So first of all, before I show y'all my first date is going to be, I just want to say that I had another date before, but the dude was like, why don't I come to his house and drink? But he was very, very handsome. So I said no, and I declined the date. So you gotta have common sense, okay? You gotta have common sense. If it's somebody and they're very attractive, they right up your alley, and they ask you to come to their house, you do have to say no. Now, I won't turn down no more dates, but he was particularly handsome, and I would have got cracked. So if you don't have self-control, don't do what I do. I have self-control, but this motherfucker, he was very handsome. Alright, so this is our first date right here. He said, come over tonight. I said, what's over there? Once he let me know what's over there, I'm gonna pack my little bag, and I'm gonna head on over there.
90-pound girl. I hope she don't end up somewhere in one of these other stories I be watching. But these is all jokes to somebody take you too serious.
I'm running out of time. Time for what? For everything. My career, my success, my family. I'm racing against a fucking clock. I'm running out of time. You have the perfect amount of time for everything. Then it should have happened by now. There are no shoulds or shouldn'ts. Just what's so. You don't have anything to worry about. You know that, right? Yes. And I have everything to worry about. Yeah? Yes. So don't sell me no bullshit right now, please. You and I are not the same. Only because you believe it to be so. I believe I have to worry. I believe I have to be anxious, where it gives me stomach ulcers and I can't sleep at night, right? That's me. I believe I'm running out of time. I'm just making that up. Yes. So then, how do I fix it? Oh, great universe. What's the secret? There are no secrets. And you're not a thing to be fixed. You are perfect, whole, and complete as you are. And, why doesn't it feel that way? Your experience of life is simply a reflection of what you believe to be true.
My mind's playing tricks on me. We just needed a moment of silence in that moment. What are people saying here? Someone say, get this man a slot on Netflix. Humans are only the only species that has a clock. I stopped looking at what others do and all their achievements and focus on my own journey. That's why I believe in due time I will be the greatest Forex trader in the world. That's what you want to be? Okay, I'm not going to judge you. Oh man, you're going to be on a bigger platform than TikTok. These can be one of the most frustrating conversations with the universe when you're fed up with reality emotions. Aren't we all? Before the sun came up, awareness asked me, do you know what you want? Do you know why you want it? Answer with truth and you'll find your truth, which is ultimately your freedom. Ay, ay, ay. Don't we all want to be free? All the obligations we have are obligations we created, which is really crazy. Just like he said, it's the reflection of what we see, what we've created, and it just makes you crazy to just know that. It's all crazy, but yeah, we're having fun at this, right? I just pray one day we all get to sit back and laugh and be like, man, I was really tripping about this stuff for no reason. And that's like most things in life, right? We freak out over stuff that didn't really matter. Tis, tis, tis. Being a human is funny.
You know, Jamie done a lot. The naked basketball games that he hosted. I mean, everybody knew. And there's no point in me hiding it now because his fate has been sealed, whatever it may be. But everybody knew if you went to a party at Jamie's house that at midnight, the witching hour began. And basically he would have a party and everybody would be in there. But at 12 o'clock, the women would start to take off their clothes and you would have to guess if you were with a cisgender woman or a transgender woman. So some of these dudes, they already been making out with these chicks, you know, they already been doing all kinds of stuff. And then the clothes come off and you figure out whether or not you got a chick or a chick with a dick. That was a standard. Or the night that another male artists that I know, and I've already spoke about this. I'm not going to put you out there, but you know exactly who you are. You know you was there underneath that piano sucking Jamie's dick while he was playing fucking Mozart. And he taped it and I saw it. Now, I've already spoke about this on another channel, and I'm not going to say your name this time, because you didn't sue me. So we already know what it is. But what I will say is this. Tonka trucks are Tonka trucks, not tanks. You got played with. And that's just what it is.
Jaguar Wright is out of control. I'm assuming she's a legend tank. But when she just come on and be like, the naked basketball, I'm like, what is this is the stuff about the universe that I just be like, somebody said not tank under the piano on Jamie while he was playing Mozart. Whether you believe it or not, I believe Denzel, and Denzel said leave the parties early. Child. Jaguar Wright is something else. That's all I could say. But she does sing the hook on that Jay-Z song. I'm just saying. That song Cry.
A woman inserted a brown trout fish into her coochie while it was living, and then this is on video. She did that until it was no longer alive. I'm telling you this because in my last video I tell you about this woman that happens to not be from the United States. Shocking, I know. But I had said that she did inappropriate acts with a brown trout fish, and I apparently did not know how inappropriate these acts were. But the lovely people that, frequent my page, somebody commented and said, this is what she did with the trout. And I didn't see that in the original article, so I did a little bit more digging, which I should have done in the first place. And apparently, the video that these people took actually, entered the internet, and thank the Lord that I didn't see it, but other people that did, I got the description. If you saw the video, I'm sorry. Obviously, the woman that did this, being charged. The man that videotaped it was already charged. But this really does bring a new meaning to sleeping with the fishes.
Wow.
Okay, here I am, guys. I'm so sorry to keep y'all waiting. Y'all are very strict around here. It's very strict. But anyway, to make a long story short, so we went on this trip for his 30th birthday. Okay? So 30, big grown. So we go on this trip for his 30th birthday, and we're supposed to get there Friday, but I missed my flight. So on Friday, he was there by himself. And he told me that he met this group of girls, and they had, such a good night, and yada, yada, yada. But he also told me when I got there, he was like, yeah, I was, super sad I missed you so much. I'm trying not to be frustrated that you missed your flight. And I'm like, damn, my bad, Mookie. I'm sorry. It was an accident. But I got there on Saturday. So I got there the next morning. Right? And so when I get there, I'm like, hey, I want to meet your friends. You sound like you had such a good time. He was like, oh, they're not even my friends like that for real. I said, that's suspicious. Because he was just talking. Okay, whatever. So that night, I got super drunk and I was really hungover the next day. So I didn't drink after that. I didn't drink that next night. And he got super duper drunk. And so while we was out, he was taking hella pictures of me because you said it too. So I was like, hey, give me your phone so I can send the pictures that you took to myself. And he's literally passed out drunk on the couch at this point. And so I get his phone, and when I go to send the pictures to myself, baby, when I get their phone, that's when I seen everything. From Friday night, this is when I seen the videos from Friday night and into Saturday morning. He had pictures with this girl while they were out on Friday night, and he had pictures with her on Saturday morning in the Airbnb that we were staying at. And I got videos. I have the videos and the pictures. I'm finna post them next. And don't beat me up. I swear I'm finna post it right now. I'm finna do it right now.
So she had went on this, and she didn't say what happened, but let me see if I still got the video.
Every drop of
snow. So pretty much she went on a trip with her guy, and her prelude to this was leaving your boyfriend because he cheated, and so everybody went to story time. So that's what happened. But yeah.
Every drop of sweat counts for building your brain into the big, fat, fluffy brain that you really want. The more you exercise, the more change in your brain we noted, both your hippocampal function, prefrontal function, and mood. You were already getting benefit. You're already going twice a week. But the more you did, the more brain changes you got.
How does that change how I show up?
If you allow it to, should have a beautiful effect on your mindset. Your mindset around how often should I wake up 30 minutes early and do that walk before I start my day, or accept the invitation to go walk the dog with a neighbor. It's not an obligation. It is something that you're doing for yourself. It is going to have direct benefits on that ball of tofu, as you call it, in your head. It's going to make it work better. I think the most immediate thing that I benefit from every single day is the mood boost that you get from that serotonin, dopamine, noradrenaline that gets released every time you move your body.
So I exercise pretty much every day, but I will tell you, it doesn't give me the desire to engage people. Because when I get done and I'm sweaty and yuck, I just want to go home and take a shower and just be like, I did my workout. Check it off the list. It doesn't make me want to be like, walk a dog with a neighbor, as this lady says. Yeah. Somebody said I never regret a workout. I mean, it makes sense because every time I leave the gym, I feel so much better. My mood changes so drastically when I work out. I'm a completely different person. I love working out. It makes me feel alive, but I don't want to engage in anybody. But, yeah.
I actually grew up in a cult.
No way.
Olympic runner Noah Lyles says he grew up in a cult. The Olympic sprinter, who took home a gold and a bronze medal at the Paris 2024 Games, opens up about his religious upbringing on a recent episode of the Everybody Wants to Be Us podcast with Ben Galaga.
I'm going to give my quick religious story. I actually grew up in a cult.
No way.
Well, it was a cult. It just wasn't at the level of, yeah, okay, we're going to drink the Kool-Aid.
Wild.
But it was it was super strict.
The 27-year-old, who made headlines for winning a bronze medal in the 200-meter race after testing positive for COVID, went on to describe some of the unnamed organization's rules.
All the moms had to be, homeschooling their kids, and the father was the head of the household, and, the church told you who you could date, who you couldn't date. If you got married, it had to be through us, that type of behavior.
Noah later says his family, including parents Kevin Lyles and Keisha Kane, ultimately decided to leave the environment.
That's why we moved to North Carolina, because we were going to start another church, only to figure out they wanted to do the same thing, except they wanted to be the head instead of not the tail.
Yeah.
So we left that, but that kind of really messed up my view in church, and it definitely messed up my mom's view.
And while he notes that his mother still struggles to put her trust into any organized church, she maintains her faith, which Noah says has helped him strengthen his own.
Having instilled that in us at a young age, it made it easier for me to go throughout my own journey, because I also lost, everybody gets that idea of, is there really a God? And something that I love is when I was young, she said, God says when you lack faith, ask for a test, and he will provide the test.
But while Noah considers himself a devout Christian, he doesn't hold himself to the strict standard he had as a child. The reason? He's training.
Because I don't have time to go to church every weekend. I gotta run.
Church and God is inside of you. Interesting, because I watched his Netflix thing on Sprint, and I know that he had a brief one. Maybe I think they're having another season of it. And his mom talks about how he had asthma and everything growing up, and never no mention of the cult. All right, y'all. I can be in these all day, but it was a lot of them that I really wanted to talk to you about. And I always run out of time, so sometimes I like to do my storytellings first, because sometimes I'll get so old that by the time I see him again, I don't even want to talk about him anymore. But let's get into the news. October 8th, trial date was set for 2 Nevada men accused of damaging a rock formations estimated to be 140 million years old. Why did they do that? A team of paleontologists found matching dinosaur footprints on what are now 2 different continents separated by thousands of miles of ocean. Rico University student found fatally unalive in a dorm room on first day of class. Dang, man. That's sad. A Chicago countertop manufacturer failed to protect its workers from silica exposure, leaving a father and son in need of lung transplants. Dang. Saving Walden Pond, how a treasure landmark is under threat. A young boy unalive when the Jeep was stolen from Kenny Chesson. We talked about that the other day. Florida works to cull invasive Burmese pythons. Talked about that. Data gathered by K-12 through 6, a nonprofit focused on protecting schools from cybersecurity threats, and analyzed by CBS News shows that there have been hundreds of ransomware attacks on districts since 2016. More than 100 rabbits rescued from a Tennessee home. Wow. Travis King, the American soldier who crossed into North Korea on foot, is expected to plead guilty to 5 of 14 offenses the U.S. Army charged him with last year. You about to go to jail, Travis. New in a letter obtained from LULAC has officially requested that the Justice Department investigate Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's office for voting rights violations. Mariah Carey said that her mother and sister both passed away this weekend, the singer confirmed. A judge blocked the Biden administration from granting legal status to spouses of U.S. citizens under a new program. Red Lobster is still saying they closing. I still see them around, but they're saying they closing. I actually haven't had Red Lobster in forever. The Boston Red Sox, Danny Jansen made history at Fenway Park. He's the first player to compete for both teams in the same game. How is that even legal? Former President Donald Trump is ramping up his campaign efforts in battleground states of Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. State of Massachusetts will begin spraying pesticides in high-risk communities this week to prevent spread of illness transmitted by mosquitoes. Only for the pesticides to actually do more damage, I guess. What's that thing say? Let's go. Let's go. See where Americans shop and how much they pay. Don't want to know. The Polaris Dawn 4-person crew led by billionaire Jared Isaacman will make history this week with the first all-civilian spacewalk. We just talked about this, but the federal judge Campbell Barker temporarily blocks federal officials from granting legal status to undocumented immigrants married to U.S. citizens under a new Biden administration program. More than 200 Russian drones and missiles targeted civilian structure in Ukraine. Israeli forces and Iranian-backed Hezbollah exchanged fire over the weekend with some casualties on both sides. Talks of temporary ceasefire and hostage exchange adjourned Wednesday without an agreement, but are set to continue in the coming days. Jack Smith, special counsel, urged an appeals court Monday to resurrect the classified documents case against former President Trump. Millions of people across the Midwest are under heat alerts. Definitely was me. A landslide in Alaska triggered by heavy rain unalived one person and injured 3 others in Arizona. Flash flood warnings at Grand Canyon National Park. Unalived one person and trapped over 100 hikers. A tropical storm home in Hawaii caused flooding and power outages for tens of thousands. Orcas attacked a sailboat off the coast of Spain on Sunday in the latest accounts of the whales targeting vessels in that region. The unions claimed that Chipotle Mexican Grill violated federal labor law by withholding raises from workers who unionized and have merit. Oh, Chipotle. 200 Republicans who worked for President George Bush and his dad and son, Senator John McCain, Mitt Romney, all of them have endorsed Kamala. Latino Civil Rights Group is calling for a federal investigation into the raids conducted by Ken Paxton. That's what I was just talking about. Rudy Giuliani's lawyer said Monday that the charges against his client in Arizona on the fake electric case should be thrown out because Giuliani didn't do anything criminal. Apple is set to unveil its latest iPhone. Colorado Republicans overwhelmingly voted to remove state party chairman Dave Williams on Saturday after he sent an email attacking Pride Month and referring to LGBTQ plus people as godless groomers. He also called for burning of all pride flags. An anesthesiologist in New York State pleaded guilty to drugging and abusing his family's nanny while she was asleep in the home. Man, that's creepy. Gosh, don't nanny for anesthesiologists or anything for them. Although the danger, because the way that people could just put you to sleep without you knowing it is crazy. Although the dangers of so-called forever chemicals are well documented, these harmful substances have been detected in a range of personal care products used by consumers on a daily basis. That we have caught up, guys. I don't know if I liked anything on here today. This is some crazy thing. I don't know. Let's see.
So today is my husband's funeral, which unfortunately I cannot make because obviously I am busy here in Tunisia. I would have loved to have gone. We were together for 17 years. Unfortunately for me, he did decide to die on the week I had planned to come on holiday, so I did make the decision not to go because, you know, I need a holiday at the end of the day. My holiday is way more important than sitting in a church watching people cry. I would love to give him a good send-off, so I'm going to get absolutely drunk tonight with this new guy that I met. I'm going to raise a glass for you, Jeremy, because you are an amazing husband, very rich. I can't wait to do the will reading when I'm home. I have made sure I'm going to be home in time to do the will reading because I would not miss that for the world, because obviously I am due to get a lot of money and that's a very, very important thing to me. So I hope you have a good funeral stay, Jeremy. Love you.
Hey, you can't be mad at her. Jeremy picked her. So this dude blocked her because she was on her monthly after flying her out to Houston. Between her eating and the music, it was a lot, but pretty much she was on her monthly and this dude, I should have just left it off at reading it. Okay, let's see what TMZ has going on. Talked about Mariah Carey. The New Jersey Zoo wannabe Tiger Queen charged, accused of climbing into an enclosure. Good, because if something would have happened to her, but it would have been a tragedy. J-Lo and Ben's divorce gets messier with major assets on the line. I feel like this is going to be a very, very messy divorce because there's like little stories leaking out about Ben, and I'm like, there could only be J-Lo doing this. Not her personally, but her people, because she don't look like she's too happy. Giselle and her new man are water biking through Miami. WWE legend Sid Vicious passed away at 63 after a battle with cancer. Ben Affleck is not dating Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s daughter. Astronaut Sunita Williams' mom not over the moon about situation but understands it's the job. Bill Belichick subbing in for Tom Brady scores QB's Let's Go hosting gig. Bill Belichick hosting something is going to be very interesting because he seems like he has no personality, but Diddy wants Rodney Jones' lawsuit dismissed. They had a video of Diddy walking on the beach today in Miami. Denver Broncos fan floored by punches at a game, violent bite and course. Karen Reed sued for wrongful unaliving by her late boyfriend's family. Ben Affleck having dinner with Matt Damon. Maybe Matt Damon can give him the secret to marriage. Tyrese was talking about how his mom made him act like he had special needs for government cheese. Tyrese is just telling everything. Everything, he's telling it. Alright. Let's see. What else we got on here, y'all? Gen Z wants less sex in movies, according to new study from UCLA. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Some of these scenes are just yuck. Every time you turn around, especially if you watch Industry, it's like, every time. They can't even sit in the sauna. Somebody said, I don't want to see them either. Somebody said, don't say Gen Z like it's all of us. All the angry old people in comments got me crying. Somebody said, who's paying for studies? A lot of people said they don't want to see same-sex scenes. Some purple-haired chick probably said this. Gen Z is going down as the worst generation in history. Somebody said it's awkward and forced. Somebody said it's a waste of time. That's my thing. If it's an action movie, I don't need to see you bang, bro. Bang in the rolling credits. Like, end on that. I mean, I want to see some action. I want to see you catch the bad guy. Mark Zuckerberg admits the Biden-Harris administration pressured his team to censor content on his platform. He wrote like a long letter about this. What are people saying? Somebody said, let's get Kamala far away from government button. Wait, so Trump was right again. Moral of the story, a vote for Harris is a vote for censorship. Somebody said, you guys need to read the letter, not just a headline. They asked them to censor false information about COVID-19 to save lives, not about politicians, not about Republicans, not about Trump. It was about COVID-19. Also about the Russian interference. We do not want another country's influence in our politics or our decision making, so they have them censor Russian stuff. I think we can all agree that Biden administration did the right thing here with making Meta do this. I'm glad she read the letters. There was Diddy walking on the beach with Stevie J and some Jordans. When people walk on the beach in Jordans, it just cracks me up. Excuse me. Keanu Reeves is confirmed to be the voicing of Shadow in Sonic 3. Keanu's like, I'm not doing anything. Ludacris is clearly somewhere that was freezing today. I saw him like riding his little jet ski through the snow, and he looks like he's freezing.
We go.
Ludacris, if you would have bust your butt and fell in that freezing water, I just would have laughed, bro. Do you prefer washcloths, loofahs, or your hands when taking a shower? Definitely not hands. Somebody said 2500 grit sandpaper, hands only. The question about to start a culture battle. How is hands gross? Do y'all not wash or something? I have servants who bathe me. Washing with your hands is wild. We already know the culprits. First of all, how you gonna clean your butt with a hand? Like, that's number one. And obviously, you have a different towel for your face. Like, it's not hard to figure out. Let's read a couple of Reddits, and then I'm gonna be out of here. I'm gonna be out of here. Let's see. What's the adult version of finding out Santa's not real? Probably that you have to wait so many years to retire and wait so many years your money's vested, all that stuff. Realizing that not every employer is going to appreciate hard work and great loyalty. Realizing that adults aren't as smart as you thought they were. Finding out that crappy people can actually be successful and happy and never get their karma. How little money $100 is actually makes you sad. How little 1,000 is will just make you cry. That you have to figure out dinner every day and forever. Or you can just have girl dinner. I don't stress about dinner. Like, if I'm just not hungry, I'll literally eat like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or like cereal. Like, my husband had breakfast today for dinner. Like, it's not that deep to stress over it. When something's gone wrong and you look around for an adult to handle it and you realize you are the responsible adult, yeah. Somebody said retirement. That's kind of what I was talking about. Retirement is a financial status, not an age. You don't just hit 65 and go retire. Exactly. You got to be able to afford to retire. That's the key that they don't teach you. Can you afford to retire? The stripper pole spins by itself. Property tax. I used to think that once you buy a home, all you have to worry about is paying off your mortgage and that's it. Then I found out, yeah, you need to have to pay property taxes. Yeah, pretty sad. What's something you tried once and instantly knew it wasn't for you? Sales. I don't like convincing people to buy things. I know that's right. Working with people, period, is like, although it could be rewarding, people are draining. Getting into management, no thank you. I tried going skydiving once, and as soon as I jumped out the plane, I knew it wasn't for me. The rush of adrenaline was overwhelming, but instead of feeling excited, I was terrified the entire time. The free fall felt like an eternity. I couldn't wait for it to be over. While I'm glad I faced my fear, I realized that extreme sports is not my thing. Yeah, I jumped into some water, and I still had a life vest on, but that was as good as I needed. It was like a 50-foot. That was cool. Never doing that stuff again. And I had a life jacket on. Somebody said Tinder. I once tried to be a morning person. We both agreed it wasn't working out. I put on rollerblades, stood up, sat down, took them off. I was not going to break my neck. I know at a certain age, like, I'm no longer going to rollerblade outside. I definitely made my mind up on that. That's why I ride my bike now. Somebody said the whole dominatrix thing. Went to some Femdon dungeon once in my youth before. I was always fascinated by it, but after the second stroke of the whip, I just said my safety word and left. I thought somebody was going to complain about being a dominatrix. I've never heard anybody do that. Somebody said, I'm a bit of an adventure eater. I'll try anything, just about anything. There is one and only thing I've tried that I will never try again. Sea squirt sushami. Besides terrible innuendo-filled name, texture is terrible. You have to chew it off the rind, and it tastes like salted butthole. Somebody said anal. I felt like I was pooping in reverse. Edibles, then enjoy having my memory wiped every few minutes. I have no, like, desire to do edibles. When I see people do them, I just be like, they're so zoned out and weird, like, Somebody said sex with another woman, it was a good time, but I realized I am indeed straight. Every person has a moment in life where they realize I couldn't play for the other team. It's just most people that are straight just know, like, I can't do it. I cannot do it. Like, I like men. I like rough hands. I like just, even though men are like such Neanderthals and scratching things and doing men stuff, I still prefer men. Just, yeah. Working in retail, no thank you. Somebody said jogging. I'm in good shape, so it wasn't solely for health reason. My dog, who I used to go on long walks with, passed away almost of old age. I wasn't ready to get another dog, so I decided that jogging would be a great hobby. Feeling connected to the neighborhood was a priority for me, as I found myself staying home a lot with no dog to walk. So I bought decent shoes, did a little research, started jogging just a few blocks a day, and at first get into the group of my new hobby. OMG, I hated every second of it. There was nothing relaxing or enjoyable about it at all. I got home every night feeling like I was foolishly taking a walk punishing rather than fun. About 2 weeks in, I stumbled and fell, scraping my hands up a little bit. I walked home, put my shoes in the closet, and never jogged again. I adopted a new dog about a week later. Yeah, just walk, man. Somebody said horses, they're beautiful. I rode a gentle one for a week, but after a week, I knew it wasn't for me. I tried learning Python programming. It's incredibly abstract and difficult. My brain just couldn't process all of them ones and zeros, and I don't like any of them. None of the tables, none of that crap. It's just... Somebody said women. All my life I thought I would be bisexual or pansexual, but I'm not. I'm straight as F, and I don't know how to change the pansexual flag from my account. Alright, y'all, that's the show today. We'll be back tomorrow.